All right, everyone, time for another fantastic Revit tip. Now, this Revit tip comes to you from another user who made a request. And so here I'm going to look at it. Just one second. All right, here's the request. This goes out. This Revit tip goes out to a guy named Ken B. I want to thank you for your request. And here's what he's talking about. He says, how do you create an exterior board and batten wood siding pattern? Can you create a family to do this, a pattern, or maybe set it up as a curtain wall? Thank you so much. Okay, today we're going to address that. A board and batten. In fact, it actually came up recently. A project that I was helping out another team on did a board. They were doing cabins, and there were multiple cabins for the forestry department, I believe, and they had board and batten siding, and we came up with a way of doing it. And since I've got this request from Ken B, I decided to do some more thinking, and I came up with a superior way of creating board and battens. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, but before we get there, one of his suggestions was, hey, why don't we just make this out of a curtain wall? Can you? Yes, you can, but don't. You're asking for trouble. To build a regular wall and then build a curtain wall that puts the battens on up against that one, and you're going to run into conflict and coordination issues. And then how are you going to deal with windows that you go to put in? Can you? Technically, yes, but I would not. You're asking for trouble, and I just wouldn't go there. I would either go with a pattern on the wall, or I would go with actual, real, true 3D, which is the best method. I'm serious. Yes, you can make things faster for yourself if just putting a pattern on the wall, but true 3D is going to be the real solution. So I want to go there. I'm going to share my screen here, and we are going to go take a look at, we're going to go take a look at Revit here. And I want to show you, I want to tell you guys, there is a program. If you guys are interested in downloading a program that is going to really help your company a lot, it's called Hatch. Did I say Hatch? Okay, I'm going to say it again. Hatch Kit. And it's spelled just like it sounds. Do a Google search for Hatch Kit. It is a program. It costs $100, but it will save you. You can build any pattern, any pattern at all. You can have wavy line patterns. You can make speckly dot patterns. You can make any brick size patterns, CMU patterns, economy brick patterns. I have done so many different patterns for the clients. Like interior designers are always asking for new patterns, because they have different carpeting patterns, they have different wood patterns, and the program Hatch Kit will create a hatch pattern, which has an ending, which is the suffix of, or an extension of PAT. And then you import those into Revit. I'm going to show you how to do that really fast. I went and made a hatch pattern. I'm going to bring it into Revit here and show you how you could bring that in, but that's still not the way I would go. But I'm going to show you anyway. If you wanted this to be a flat pattern just on the wall, let me just show you. I'm going to go here to my plan, and you guys have probably seen this building before. This is our fantastic little building that we're doing everything on. I'm going to go to WA wall, and I'm going to change my wall type over to just generic. Let's see, generic. Here's a generic 6-inch wall. And I'm just going to put a generic 6-inch wall over here on the side of my building. Okay, there it is. So let me get it on screen. This is the little wall that we're going to deal with right now. Okay, so I'm going to click on this wall. I'm going to edit its type. And let's see, what are we going to do with it? I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to call this Board and Batten. board and batten wall, okay? Bam, got a new wall type. Just as simple as that. I'm going to edit the structure. The structure says it's by category, which means generic whatever. It could, this is like whatever you want it to be. Like, I don't know, marshmallow fluff. A gorilla snot. I don't know. It's nothing. So let's make it into something real. Let's make this a real wall. Let's just suppose this wall was, let's build a quick wall really fast. So this is an extra aside on how to build a wall. Okay, let's just say it's CMU. Let's say it's a CMU wall, masonry wall, whatever, 8-inch CMU wall. Okay, and that's 7 5/8 inch thick. Okay, but you don't want to leave it at that. Let's insert another plane or another material. I'm going to move it up. And I'm going to say that's going to be substrate function, and the material. Let's just make this like metal furring, okay? And if I look for furring, there we go, metal furring. That works for me. And I'll just make it like 1.5 inches, metal furring, whatever. And now we need the boards. We're going to put boards on this wall. So I'm going to say insert, and the function of this will be a finish, and I want boards. And if I look in here for wood, there's a lot of different woods, structure, birch. You know what? I'm going to, down here, I'm going to click on create a new material, and I'm going to rename this. It always calls it default new material. So I'm going to rename it boards for board and batten. Ha! What's up with that? So this is boards for board and batten. Okay. So let's look at some of the properties of it. I want this thing to actually be a color kind of like a board, okay? Just so that it looks like a board on the outside of it, the board and batten. What else? Oh, I want it to have a pattern like every 1 foot. But no, I want to have the board and batten pattern that I made from made with hatch kit. I'm going to bring it in. So if I say the pattern right here, none, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to say, I want this to be a model pattern. Click on model. And then down here, you say a new pattern. You click the little new pattern. And then you click on custom button. And when you click on custom, it brings up the browse because you're going to go browse and bring in a pattern. So I click on browse and I got to go find it. I am going to go to my custom content, and here's patterns, and there it is. Take a look. Board and batten, it's 12-inch spacing, and it's a 1x2. So when I click on that and I bring it in, I say open, and it brings in the board and batten pattern. It brings in its name, and it brings in the scale. I'm going to leave the scale exactly at 1 because it was already correct. So I'm going to say okay. And so now that's the pattern that is going to come in on my board and batten. So I'm going to say, okay. Okay, you're with me? 0 thickness. Oh, can't leave it at 0 thickness. That's a 3 1/4 inch boards. Okay. So now, you ready for this? I'm actually going to make, one last thing I'm going to do is I don't want these to be light gray. I want them to be black lines just for fun. Okay, so they show up better on my elevations. Okay, so here we go. There's the wall we just made. There's the CMU, the furring strips. Those could be wooden furring, whatever. And then we've got our boards, but we don't have the battens yet. The pattern gives us the battens. So if I come down here to a, let's just go, I'm going to go to a building elevation south. Bam. There is our board and batten siding faked. Okay. It is flat world. This is not really board and batten, but it looks like it. We've got 1x2s every 12 inches. And if I wanted them to be 1x2s every 8 inches, then I would have to go make a new pattern, bring it back in, and put it on this wall. You guys with me? So patterns are awesome and all. And if I wanted a window on that wall, I'm going to click on this window. I'm going to put a window over here on this wall. Ding. Then I can, it works. It cuts out the wall when you put a new window in. And so you can move it around and get it all on there, but it's still faked. Do you hear me? It's still just a pattern. And if that's all you need for your elevations, you are done. But when you go to look and plan, You can't, there's no boards. I mean, battens. There's your window and here's your boards, but there's no battens. You guys with me? So what I would tend to do is do it right the first time. That you want to do things right in life, right? And when it comes to Revit, you want to do things right in Revit also. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a batten and we're going to place it on this wall every 1 foot. But I need to turn off, I'm going to go back to my elevation here. I want to turn off this. Let me just show you something. I want to turn off this fantastic pattern. I'm going to click on my wall. I'm going to edit type, go into my structure. I'm going to click on my boards for my board and batten. Okay. And when that pops up, I don't want this board and batten texture anymore. Okay. So I'm just going to click on it. And I want a model pattern that has a line every 1 foot. That's all I want, vertically, okay? So I can hit make again, and I can make my own. So this is, I'm gonna call it boards 12 inches vertical, okay? Simple as that. So what I'm gonna do is come down here to my line spacing, my angle, and make it 90 because that's vertical. And then I'm going to say 12 inches or 1 foot. Bam. So that is the pattern now that's going to be on my wall. Okay. Ready? Bam. You guys with me? You see that? I mean, that was pretty easy. You guys can do that. You guys can do it in your sleep. It's so easy. Okay. Now what I need are real 3D battens boom, 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 that I put on this wall. And they will snap on this wall where those lines are. Boom, blow your mind, right? They will snap on this wall right where those lines are. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to make a quick batten. So we're going to go to File and New Family. And you want to come down here to a generic line-based family. Okay, you with me? Hit Open. Now this line-based family is going to be our battens. Okay, so we're looking down in the top view of this, and this right here, this 4 foot length represents a line that you would draw in Revit, and you'll see how it works in a minute. So I'm going to go over to my left side. So this is like over on the left side looking at this thing. And I'm going to make an extrusion. Okay. And the extrusion, I'm going to go over any distance I want. I'm going to go up 3/4 of an inch because that's how thick these battens are. And then I head over to the right and down and around. So basically, oops, my bad. I accidentally went too far. You got to actually hit the line and close this thing. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Now this line over here on the right, it can be shorter. It's off center. See how that's off center? But watch, here's how you make things stay centered in Revit. You put a dimension on them. Let's say from the left side to the center and then over to the right side. And when you place that, you can click this equal. See, it's in equal, EQ / through. It's in equal. But when I click that button, boom, it equalizes this so that it stays centered. Okay? Now, what I do is put a new dimension on there for the width, put it down here. Now the battens are not going to be 8.5 inches wide, friends. So you click on that dimension and you create, you create a label, and the label is going to be called, this is our parameter we're adding it. This is batten width. Sounds good to me, batten width. I say, okay. And I can set that batten width back in the project now. I'm going to set it right now to be, watch this. I'm going to set it to be 1.5 inches wide. And when I say, okay, look at this, shoot, it shrinks down to 1.5 inches wide. We can make it a 1x2, 1x4, 1x6. We can make it any size we want back in the project. But I just want to have it set as a 1x2. Okay, so now I'm going to save this thing. Save. And I'm going to save it not under patterns. I'm going to save it under generic model. I'm going to call it, oh, batten. That'd be a good name, batten. I'm going to hit save. Okay. Now, wait. Save. wait a minute, saving in edit. Oh, I'm in edit mode. Can't save while you're still, now that's a heads up. Look, I'm still in edit mode of this, I'm still in edit mode of the batten. Duh, I have to check this box so that it finishes, okay? It finishes editing. Sorry, I missed that step. Because if I look here, look at this. I can change this to 4 inches wide, apply, or back to 1.5 inches. It works, okay? Apply. Okay, now I'm gonna hit save. Save. I'm saving this as the batten, and now I'm gonna load it into my project and close it. Okay, work with me here. We are now back in Revit. You with me? And if I look down here under my families, I can go to generic objects and I can go down, there's batten, okay? And this one batten, I'm gonna rename this one batten to be a 1x2. You guys see that? The batten is a 1x2. If I double click that and look at its properties, it's 1.5 inches wide. Cool, huh? So if I duplicate it and I can make this one, I'll call it a 1x4. Now, 1x4, if I double click it, I can change it to be 3.5 inches wide. You guys with me? Pretty cool, huh? So look, I'm gonna drag this 1x2 over, and when it comes over, look up at the top. I'm going to be placing it on a face, not on a work plane, just on a face, and I wanna switch my placing technique to pick a line, okay? So if I want battens on this wall, wait for it. Yep, it's about to happen. I can just click on these lines. Look at this. Dink. Oh, do you notice that it came in really short right down here? Oh man, that stinks. All right, I forgot to do something back in the project. Edit family. Boom. Look, this batten is not connected to the full length of the line. When I go to ref level, look at this. This represents the whole line that I'm picking in Revit. And so I have to click this little family and drag the batten till it snaps and lock it, okay? I could have used a line and lock, but once it's locked onto it, then I can hit save. Yeah, overwrite it. And load this back in the project and overwrite the one that's already in there. Yeah, okay. Okay, so look, bam. Are you kidding me? I mean, did you see what just happened? Now I'm going to, look at this. I can pick that guy and hit, I can right click if I want and pick create similar, or I can hit CS on the keyboard. And all I gotta do is pick anywhere on this line. So look, I would like a board and batten. I'd like a board and batten here, and I'd like one here, and here, and here. You guys see what's going on here? See how fast that is to put boards and battens on your wall? And this is true 3D. I didn't go over the window yet because watch what happens. Quunk. Oh no! Oh no, it goes full length over the window. I'm screwed. No, check this out. You can pick these guys and you can just drag the dot to any length you want. You can drag it upward, you can drag it downward, you can just get them out of the way, okay? And then you can put another one. But here, look at this. Wait for it. Let's suppose you wanted to put trim around this window. Is he kidding me? You can put trim around this window? Well, watch this, guys. I want to show you two different things. If I come back down here to my battens, I can drag a 1x2 over, and I don't have to click on a line. I can just draw my own. So look, I can draw a piece of it right here. I can draw a piece of it horizontal. I can draw a piece of it wherever I want, and it's actually sticking to the wall. Okay, I'm going to get rid of those other random ones. You can just draw a piece right here and pull it down to the top of the window, or you can use AL on your keyboard for a line to the top, a line to this window, a line to the window, See how easy that is? Now I'm going to show you the trick of all tricks. Here it goes, wait for it. I'm going to bring a 1x4 over. Look at this. I'm going to slap a 1x4 on here, okay? And I'm going to slap, look at this. I'm just going to put it over here. I'm going to put a 1x4 over here, and a 1x4 over there, and a 1x4 under there. Why are you putting these 1x4s on there, Mike? Because look at this. Then I use a line. Go here, you. Are you kidding me? Go to the window, U. Go up to the top, U. Go hit the edge of this thing. Oh wait, I got an idea. Align, you come down, go over to here, U. So I can control where these edges are. Go to here, U. Go up to this edge, U. Go to this edge, U. So I'm just controlling where these go. Go up here, U. I always say, go here, U. It reminds me where I have to click first, okay? Go, let's watch this. Go over here, U. Go over here, U. Go out that far, U. Come down here, U. All right, you guys see what I'm doing here? Go up to here, U. Go down to that. Come on, U. There, go there. And go there. And go there. Are you kidding me? And I can hit create similar. I can slap one on here or on the line. Does it matter? Get on the line, U. Oh. Come on. There we go. On the line. Whatever. Hey, that doesn't look centered. So I'm going to delete it. Okay, look at this. Line. Go to this line. I have to hit tab. Go to this line, centered. Go up to here, edge. Okay. Go down to here, U. And it's just, and you can copy them too. Copy over 1 foot. Bam. So once you make a batten, you can have various sizes and then put them all over the place. This is by far, I'm just going to go to 3D and show you what this looks like. This is by far the best way to deal with board and battens, making it true 3D and in plan. Friends, look, they're true, real, solid objects that are on your building. All right. I just wanted to show you guys how to make board and battens the right way, I'm going to come back to you here on the big screen. All right. So, can be, I hope that helped you with your your question that you had. And I want to encourage anybody out there, if you've got a question about Revit and something that I can make into a Revit tip to help the whole Revit community, then just put it in the comment box below and we'll get to it as I can, and I'll make them happen. I think Ken asked me this just a few days ago, so I get to these pretty quickly. So until we meet again, happy Reviting, all my fantastic friends, and I'll talk to you again. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.